After the long winter, my RV batteries were corroded and nasty looking. So I grabbed a little baking soda out of the cupboard and made them look fresh as new. Cleaning your battery terminals is easily done with the use of some sodium bicarbonate or baking soda and some water. Just mix your baking soda and water together into a thin paste. That will make it easy to apply using a toothbrush. I started by scraping off any loose material I could with a plastic paint scraper. You're going to want to wear gloves, safety glasses, and probably a mask for this because it does get airborne. After that, I started applying the baking soda water solution. I used a toothbrush to wipe it on. The solution will start bubbling almost immediately. You can see that it's working. I just kept reapplying more and more using the toothbrush without cleaning off in between. I gave the solution a minute or two to work in between coats. I let it bubble up as much as possible, and as it started to become solid, I just added more. As I applied more solution, it also cleaned off the old stuff. It made my cup of solution a little bit dirty, but that's not a problem. It still worked. I just kept brushing over and over again until it came clean enough to take off the connections. As I removed the lugs, I gave them a cleaning on top and bottom using the same solution and toothbrush. As you remove the lugs, you'll find there's more corrosion underneath. Just give it a quick wipe with the toothbrush and it should come off fairly easily. I doused it with a bit of water just so I could see the progress. As I removed and cleaned the lugs, I covered them with some electrical tape to prevent them from shorting on any metal. Not all of them are alive at this point, but it's possible that the larger ones are. Once all the lugs have been removed, go ahead and pull out your batteries. This will make them easier to clean in a more accessible area. You can see that the corrosion got so bad that it ate away half the bolt on the lug. This is an indication that the wrong metal was used. The large gauge cables that connect the two house batteries together are easily removed. It makes it a lot easier to clean. I was able to shine them up nicely on the bench. Using some fine grit sandpaper at the end really polishes them up and gets rid of that last bit of corrosion. Take extra care with the large gauge cables coming from your chassis batteries, because they will be live. Make sure you do a lot of taping on them, just to make sure they don't short out your chassis batteries. With everything disconnected, now it was time to remove the second house battery for cleaning. I still had a lot of corrosion on the stud, and the toothbrush made a perfect tool to get right in the threads. After a couple coats of the solution, I I used a piece of carpet to clean it all off and then doused it with some water. I was really impressed with how clean the battery terminals came, especially without the use of harsh chemicals or abrasive tools. Then it was time to clean out the battery tray. There was a lot of leftover corrosion laying around in there. I used the scraper to clean out the dry stuff, and then a little bit of water and the scraper again just to get the last bits. With the batteries reinstalled, it was time to reconnect them. I bought some high quality lugs so I could use the larger terminals on the batteries to make the reconnections. Last step was to cover any bare metal with petroleum jelly to prevent any further corrosion. For all the tips and tricks on living a nomadic adventure, check out lifeenroute.com. And don't forget to share, like, and subscribe so you don't miss out on the fun.